singing this kind of song.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chevette, and this is This Week with Chevette. And today we have a guest host with Miss Audrey Blair Mack. And our guest today is Tyrone Muhammad, and he is the director and the founder of ECCSC. And we're going to let him tell you somewhat about it.
Got him up
So-
to
and
dinner.
they
That's
gonna
why I
tell
wanted
him
to talk to you, because I know you're going to speak what's what.
It's gonna
And
take
we
us to
wanna-
save us.
We want to ask you to tell us about this wonderful book that
I
you
will.
wrote, and
So-
when you wrote it, why you wrote it,
Yeah.
and what it's all about.
So Men on the Inside, Observations of Deviance, 13 Prison Character Type is my sociological dissertation of the type of men coming in and out of prison. Not just them, but also the guards, also the systems that created prisons, also the mental health, also all of the issues of reformation that should be afforded to our returning citizens that's not. So that book talks about the different characters, and then it has that I've been told that that's probably one of the most sociological, political, and psychological observation and amendments to that the study of prisons and those occupying the prison space. So 13 characters of those men I've observed over the course of my prison time with interviews and everything, and of these guys talking about why they're in prison and what happened. And I mean from the craziest prison, from the most notorious prisoner to the
Wow.
to ones that shouldn't even be there.
And you were there how many years?
21
years.
years.
Wow. So there's a lot of information in here
Yeah.
about what was going
Yeah.
on the inside of that prison.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a very interesting read. So everybody, if you want to get a chance, check this book out. And also, I want to talk to you a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Now, this is an article.
What year was that? It should be there.
This was 2019.
Right.
Okay, so this was 2 years after ECCSC got started. Now, this is basically how I got in touch with Tyrone, how I found out about him. He became a social media sensation because he did something a little unorthodox. When it comes to our community and our black women, he is he's like a superhero when it comes to So anyway, tell us about what happened when you went over to this nail shop. Everybody was talking about this on social media.
Yeah.
So that's how I found out about it. And then I interviewed you. So tell us about what happened.
So, I think that was I don't know the name of it. I thought it was Lucky Nails or something on 83rd and what was that? 83rd and whatever, that mall over there on 83rd Street.
Kedzie or something?
Not Kedzie, right? After Wentworth. Over there is a mall over there with
know
the
if
Home
it was Cottage
Depot
Grove
next
or
near
not.
that area over there.
Yeah.
So anyway, this particular nail shop
Mm-hmm.
had infractions where it was Asian nail shop. They was putting their hands on black women. And I went in and I was called. A couple of sisters called me like, "Dude, over here." I go in talking about to them like, you should stop spending your money with people who don't respect you. Why y'all keep taking y'all money over there and then y'all call y'all men, y'all fathers, y'all husbands and boyfriends to protect y'all from something y'all shouldn't be doing anyway, right? Make your own nail shops. What y'all doing? So anyway, I said, but that ain't gonna stop me from going to see about our sisters. So I went over there and I said, listen, it is unacceptable for you to exploit our community, take our money, and take it to your neighborhood and then disrespect our women at the same time. So you got one more time to ever disrespect any black woman or child in this establishment, and we're going to shut this place down. So it happened again. This time, he beat a woman up and almost and then kidnapped one of the children.
No.
Kidnapped one of the children.
What?
And put the mom out, talking about she was trying to steal a nail job, whatever. And I came back, I went in there and accosted the little girl. She was trying to get her child out since they put her out, and the kid was still in there. So that was the last straw for me. It should have been for any black man watching that, right? So I went there with the intent, really, to beat that clown's butt. I was gonna drag him down the streets. right? And tell them, well, you're in public. Since you want to violate our women in public, we're going to violate you openly in public. He wasn't there. So when I went there, I told all the women getting their nails done, let's get out of this place. We shutting it down. These people, y'all continue to spend y'all money in these locations and places. And call y'all men to protect y'all after y'all get violated for having the free right to spend your money. So, okay, get out of here because we about to shut this down. And can you believe, and you can because you saw it, they still sat there.
They did.
And kept getting their nails done.
And I'm trying to figure out, is there any other nail shops they could go to?
Yeah, it's black women doing nails.
Right.
Look, my nails buffed.
Okay.
I got a black woman doing my nails. And black women don't even have black women doing their nails. So the disrespect that women have for each other. And then expect men to respect them. So that's another topic.
Okay. I used to do nails.
Right,
but get paid back in the day.
Yeah, but nowadays sisters want all this garbage on their stuff.
You know why? Because it's like a factory now.
It is. They want to get in, get out. And so with that being said, I went in there and I told everybody to get out. Then I bust all the windows out. I condemned the place.
That's what I was talking about, how unorthodox it was. Because I was shocked. I'm like, okay, but you telling them not to do this, but you're doing some violence yourself, and it was like blowing my mind.
You said I'm telling them,
but I saw his point that he was trying to make. He was trying to shut it down, but
he literally meant I'm going to shut it down.
And every business that don't have a community benefit that serves and give these young men, you got in this area right here where you all are operating right here, these cameras, you got foreigners from Arab to Indian to Asia taking hundreds of millions out of our neighborhood and don't put 10% in local community activity. Like these communities around here, these businesses should fund this place. And every one of their college scholarship. Every one of them. And then you should be shutting it down. We should be shutting it down. But I'm going to drive the young people to shut that crap down. And y'all shut it down. You can leave. We done. We gonna take over.
We're not promoting violence.
No. See, y'all, you don't have to make a caveat.
So, did you get in trouble?
I waited for the police to come. I didn't run. And I did.
Well, he did.
I waited on the police to come. I got arrested, and then the people bonded me out, and I found not guilty. So the very thing about all of that is our people will condemn you for something the court find and deem not necessary. So it's not violent. It's like when you go on a hunger strike. If Jesus go up 40 days, 40 nights, that's considered a violent act against himself.
So you consider this good trouble. That's what you consider this.
No. I consider it as natural. I can't open a business in Italy. I couldn't open a business in Jewtown. I couldn't open a business in no Arab community, no Chinatown, and disrespect their women and not be shut down. Well, that's true. But the problem is, they women won't go in my business. Our ignorant black women will. Because we have low self-esteem, we don't have knowledge of self, and we don't have adequate protection from our black men that would say, hey, you're not going to violate my sister queen.
Tell them what happened after you shut it down, and then later on they opened it back up. Tell them what happened. They
opened it back up. I went and just watched women go in and out.
Still going there.
Sister, what y'all doing? I gave them a whole list of about 15 to 20 black nail techs. Kept going. But see, this is the disrespect we receive. So when we get disrespected, we don't understand it's the hate produce. We hate ourselves. Malcolm have been saying that forever. Yeah. We have low self-esteem. We lack the knowledge of self and who we are, that we will value somebody else's hair, nails, eyelashes, everything that we do that's beautiful and natural anyway as black women, we feel we need to do something different. And men, if black men do more and better at teaching their daughters how great and beautiful and wonderful they are, then their sisters wouldn't think that they have to get BBLs.
What are BBLs?
I don't know. some
Brazilian
breast butts
lifts.
and
That's what it's called. Brazilian
so
butt
they
lifts.
don't think they have to do those things to mutilate their bodies, because once men understand that we don't like that, ain't nothing.
Did you guys know what that was?
They know.
Oh yeah, they know. The young people know. They know.
So they feed off of the Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B. See, the media and
Do you guys like that? BBLs. Oh, okay.
See, everybody don't like it.
They're
but
intelligent.
And
They
then
know.
if most people do like, they go tell you.
Well, that's true. 'Cause it's very unnatural. I mean, it's not you. That's not how God made you.
No,
you
but
know,
a lot of
I
things
don't
God
agree
didn't
with
make.
it.
God didn't make a lot of things that we do, even the way we eat, even the liquor we drink. So even the pills we pop.
Yeah.
I mean, for pharmaceuticals, the biggest drug dealers in the world, we use those products for whatever reason. But I'm just showing that now, if we don't stand for our black women, and if women don't stand for their black men, and they often don't, because men are coming out of prison 30 to 40,000 a year, and then going right back.
So
and we
because
have
it's like their home.
Not that it's like their home. It becomes.
It becomes they
It's
get
their
used
security.
To it. Yeah, they get used to.
No. They don't get used to. No one ever get used to a 9x12 cell. Most people, I've never put my puppy dog in a cell or a bag or a cage ever.
It seemed like to me they get used to the process, because actually when I was working in a detox unit, a lot of the guys that would come in. They would come in monthly. They would even call
Just
us
like
there.
we
And
get
I told them,
used
like,
to the
this
process.
is not a hotel. You
It's
can't
like
make
we get
reservations.
used to the process of getting on a slave ship to go to the next destination. No, you never get used to that. It becomes survival. It just becomes an act that happens as a result of the system fighting against whatever it is you trying to gain in these streets and communities because of starvation or a lack of.
So when they get out, they don't have the resources, so they
get out. They don't go to Winnetka, Kenilworth, Glencoe, Highland Park. You know, they don't go to Gold Coast. They go back to where you removed them from. That's often more disinvested when you left. So how can you send me in one way? You send me in one way, and then when I come out, you don't improve my condition. So you got all the money for me to go. She like, you have all the money for me to go to prison. I did 21 years. The average cost per inmate is $40,000 a year. 40. Bar you don't get sick, then that's more money that taxpayers spend, right? So when I'm out on parole trying to amalgamate back into society, I don't know how to work the phone. I don't know how to do the things that to better my life, to help me transition back. They don't have $40,000 for my 3 years out on parole to help me have housing, job training, and then help me have transportation to and fro to work. So what happens is now when I violate or mess up the 3 years while I'm on parole, they take me off the street and I have to do my 3 years in prison. Guess how much they have to spend on me in prison?
$30,000.
So now you don't have money for me to be successful, but you got money for me to
be like
occupy prison space.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So who highlights and shows this? This is why I say, thus said the Lord. See, scribes and Pharisees, money changers, all getting grants to say they doing reentry and training. See,
so there's a lot of organizations out here that's saying that they're helping.
Of course.
So they're getting funding. So what's going on with your organization?
I can't get funding.
Assisting? They're not
I'm not getting funding. You see, I make things happen. If it wasn't for the people, and benevolent white folks that understand the mission, that actually know what I do and make them safe for public safety, to make it happen for me, I wouldn't even be able to exist as an organization. White folks and our black elected officials they are the ones that took my funding.
And he has his own building, and someone helped fund it.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for rich black men and others, then I wouldn't have my building. So I don't even look for government funds. You know why? Because I'm free. And you can't counsel me. You can't tell me when to be a man and when not to be a man. I'm going to be a man every day, all day, and I'm going to speak the truth every day, all day, because that's what I'm supposed to do. So they don't like the truth. I can't say, you can't speak the truth or say what's on your mind in this political climate. You just shut up and watch. So
tell us about some of the things you're doing with the young men.
So you have kids now?
do I have kids now? Like I say, I mentor over 80
No, your
young men.
own kids.
I have, my son is, I'm 53. And my
I mean,
son
since
is
you
30.
got since you got out, you have kids now?
Like children, new children? No. I'm 50. I'm saying I have a son. Hopefully I got a few grandkids coming. But I'm just saying my son is 32 and my daughter is 30.
I mean, following in your footsteps, that's where I'm going.
I got a lot of children. Right now I got 80.
He's mentoring.
So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? My fathers, the men who mentored me and taught me, weren't my biological father. My father wasn't in my life. So just because they biological doesn't mean because I have more young people that are my sons.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
So no, I don't have any children, But yes, I mentor everybody else's children.
Okay.
So I want to know, what are your future plans now?
Well, my goal is, people have asked me to run for United States Senator, right?
I thought you was about to say the president.
I'm not.
Okay. All right.
I'm not as foolish to believe that the people will fund me to do any of that. So the low-hanging fruit, and it's not about politics. I don't care about that crap. Mm-hmm. My only objective is to be on that stage to tell them why you a lie, why you don't represent the community, why you this and that. So Dick Durbin's seat is up, and I'm gonna run against him as an independent. I won't neither one of them parties, Republican or Democrat. Neither party have served us. They all the same. You can prove it, because our condition haven't changed as the Democrats. If it has, let me know. And these young folks are killing each other at a rate in a higher clip than they ever have. That's because true. Women and children are dying in the process. That's true. And no one have any answer or help for these babies with all the money that's being spent on violence prevention and reentry that never touch our community in our hands.
So have you reached out to some of the politicians about that?
Of course I reach out to them. What do you think, I'm being nice to them? No. They know. They canceled my money. They have taken over $5 million from my organization that was allocated in line item and given it to a Northside group of white women. So that's our elected officials. The people you all and we all say we vote for or don't vote, either way we lose. These people do not represent us. You would see it if it was real. One of the white Democratic and Jewish sisters down in Springfield told me that y'all black elected officials come down here and they don't ask for nothing. Our communities look the way they look because we get the maximum result from our communities. And y'all don't demand nothing from them. The black caucus, or carcass, not caucus, they dead down there. And they're not delivering the goods for us. So it's no wonder our communities look the way they look. And listen, shut up, don't give him nothing, isolate him. But you can't stop a free man anyway, but kill him, and you still don't stop him. You just deal with the process. So no, I'm never expecting any resource, because we don't have enough bold black leaders that's gonna say, hey, we done all this already. Let's try something new. And I have vehicles. I have security, squad cars, security cars, whole policing cars.
Yes, he has a line
with sirens and everything to police our community and not lock out one, because we're not police. I call them community response vehicles.
I've seen some of the work that he's done, that they have done. I've seen some of the work. I've been following them.
It's discouraging.
Yeah.
So I get more love from other cities. Jesus talks about, even in his own land, the man is without honor. You see?
So when you were in prison, I see that you got a chance to read the Bible.
I read the Bible when I was 5. My grandmama had me.
You probably read it again.
My grandmama had me on the morning bench.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this for?
Grandmothers don't play.
What is this
back
for?
in the day,
Hey, grandma,
everybody read
I'm
the
going.
Bible.
They want
Only
you to
reason
know.
I'm going.
Everybody
I don't
read.
have to read the Bible no
You
more. I
live
read
it.
enough Bible classes when I was young to know it front and back. But I not only know the Bible, I know the Quran. I know the Torah. And the ignorance of people in religion is they don't study to learn nobody else's religion because they think their religion is all in all. If God wanted it to be so, then it would be. We are very ignorant to a lot of things. For the Buddhism, Sikh, all these different sects and stuff. We got 30,000. We got one Bible and got 30,000 denominations from the same book. I'm a Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian, Lutheran. I'm under the sun, over the mountain, under the brook. I'm under the book, under the mountain.
I sort of understood what you just said.
I'm just letting the people know. The young
But
folk
I mean,
need
it's
to
only
know.
one. It's only one real dollar bill. I don't need to study counterfeit money.
Well, no, you would never. Counterfeit money is not as exciting.
Okay.
But those other,
I just need to know the real dollar bill.
But you don't know the real dollar bill.
I spend it
Because there's too many of them that saying they real. Most of our people would never go that in depth to understand the difference. When did Lutheran start? When did Catholicism? When did everything spin off of Catholicism? Then Lutheran, then Episcopalian.
As long as I know the basics. As long as I know the basics.
But you talking about me and you.
Yeah, that's right.
The masses don't know anything.
Yeah.
That's why they're sheep. That's why you have to be a shepherd. Everybody's not a shepherd. You got more sheep led astray because they have no righteous shepherd. But you saying you got one book, but no, we got a lot of shepherds, fake shepherds running around here saying they leading the sheep. But yet they don't talk to Pharaoh with no real voice like they Moses. Let my people go. They not doing that. Dr. King, even long after Dr. King, Malcolm, Fred Hampton, Mark Clark, Medgar Evers, all these murdered black men, we are in a worse condition than when they was here. So you can't keep talking about it's gonna change. No, God, I've never seen a man that exemplify the love, the compassion of Christ than Dr. King. Where he at? Dead.
That's the one man.
Where
if I
is
could have
Jesus?
met anybody in my lifetime that I would have wanted to meet.
What is
Dr.
Jesus?
King.
You want me him too, right?
Oh, yes.
But the very people he came to save chose a doggone criminal and a violent person, according to the book, over him. See,
I know a lot of people.
that's where we at with this.
But I feel
You
like
gotta have a savior.
a lot of people have some type of religion, some type
know
of
a lot of
love for
people.
God, and follow what God tells me to do. I think
You said if a lot of people,
I know a
if
lot of people that
if the
do.
majority of the people, a lot
of
ain't
people.
gonna fix this society.
Well, some of us are already doing it, but some of us are not.
It don't matter how much work I'm doing. We probably stopped over 2,000 shootings in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not enough. And you take and the police ain't stopped 2,000 shootings. And I'm still telling you, as a black man, that I'm still haven't done enough. See, that's the problem.
There's
We
so much
so
stuff that goes
complacent.
on up under the sun that we don't even know
It
about.
don't matter. As long as you on this earth and you got this life, you got to keep that doggone attitude as I'm going to save them all. See, if I go
We
out.
all have our part.
No.
We
I'm
all
not.
have our part that
you
we do.
acting though if I'm judging you and saying
No,
you
I
can't.
don't think that you're
You
judging
can't-
me because you
our
can't.
part- no, what I'm saying, our parts aren't enough. And we don't do enough in our individual parts to make it more expansive for us to resurrect the dead or to save our children.
We don't even have that ability, boo.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
You can't do more. I ain't talking about what we can do. You can do more, right? It's
do,
2 or 3
do.
other young girls that you could probably touch. That
Because
you
the
can get
problem
them
I
guys.
have is we all always point fingers at each other.
No, who
like we always say,
pointing?
No.
it's the
That's the
politicians.
difference.
It's
No,
the
it is.
pastors,
It
it's
is.
the-
It is.
Everybody
It
has
is
a
them.
part to play
It's
in
them.
the youth and how they're raised and how they're
So-
brought up in society.
So how is
we
funds?
all have a part to play.
How
in
is
that.
funds brought to our community? How do funds get to our community?
Well, we
How? Politicians.
Yeah,
See, you
But-
can't.
but
Okay, shorties, y'all go out downtown and go get some money.
sometimes
See, you can't tell them that.
But that might be your gift, what
no,
you're doing. That
absolutely.
might be your gift.
No, don't tell
To
me.
society.
No, absolutely. But don't tell me it ain't. Don't point at politicians. Because Jesus give you the 10 Commandments give you instructions.
No. I'm not just saying that.
You
I'm
said we
saying
pointing fingers.
We all point fingers. Even the politicians point fingers at each other.
Yeah,
so
but-
I'm saying
But
it's
they
all of
point
us.
finger at each
We
other
all-
because they telling on each other. And see, they do that. I'm doing it better than you when they should be together collectively.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But
we
it ain't
all
no
have
when
a part to
we
play
have-
in this. If we stick together and do this thing,
We're not.
right. That's the problem.
You're not gonna stick
That's
together.
the problem.
And,
That's the
and
problem.
You can't expect us to stick together. That's why the young folks is not gonna be right. Because the hypocritical adults can't tell the truth, can't be forthright and honest enough to say, hey, this person been in his office for 30,000 years. He Methuselah right now. You got to go. Who is your successor? Who is raising you up? And pastors come and installate them. And they speaking, you can't come to my church. You know why you can't come to my church? For one, it's against Constitution. For two, it's against the Bible. Because souls to the polls should never be a notion.
So if these persons are in this office for so long, then why don't we go to these people and say, how can I help you,
know why?
make some changes
You know
in
why?
these communities?
Ain't no helping them because they have gotten complacent. A lot of them getting the pension anyway. Won't you just go on? You're going to still eat off the government. You've been there long enough. So we should be saying which young people we can identify, who we can identify that can actually learn. That's why they took civics out of school. Mm-hmm. You say, so if you don't teach the kids civics, so how can they run if they don't know what the hell to run for?
They took a lot of
It's,
schools.
all of this stuff is just temporary solutions.
That's why I don't wait on nobody. I do it. I'm going to take it. I'm not waiting on you to give me nothing. That's mine. Freedom is mine already. God gave it to me.
Well, this is very, very interesting. I'm going to have to do a 2-part with you, Tyrone,
Of course.
because we're going to have to find out some follow-up.
And a 3 and a 4 and a 5.
Yes. So I just want to say, everybody, this was a very interesting interview with Tyrone Muhammad, and we enjoyed it, and I enjoyed Audrey, which is our guest host. So we want to thank you, and we'll see you again next week.
Well, can't believe I'm singing this kind of song.